Hello, my name is Adonis and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a general love reading. It's going to be a little bit new for all of my Leos out there. This is a general love reading for all of my Leos out there for the month of November. So without any further ado, let's jump in and see what the cards have to say. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. 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 What kind of love is going to be coming my Leo's way in the month of November? What kind of love is going to be coming the way of my Leos during the month of November? Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Alright. So we had a couple of one pop out, so I, by proxy, took those. Alright, so off the bat, off the jump. 5 of Cups. Someone that is approaching you is dealing with a certain amount of heartbreak, looking back and regret. So this is someone who is pining over a broken relationship, okay? And they're pretty much crying over spilt milk. So they were in a relationship and it kind of ended in again, possible rebound maybe. Possible rebound maybe. However, the reason I say maybe is because we got the High Priestess here as well. So this individual, even though they are regretful about a past relationship that they've dealt with, that is now over, they have done a lot of soul searching, self-reflecting, okay? And they've used their intuition, and they're like, you know what? I'm down, but I'm not out, okay? And they believe that being with you will be that opportunity to move into a more promising situation. Okay, now there is passion with this individual. This is a fire sign individual. Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. Okay, so this is a Knight of Wands. There's a lot of passion here. And this person also, okay, looks at you as their possible soulmate. All right, so even they are regretful about how things ended with their previous relationship. That's why I said maybe, because even though again, rebound maybe, but this person definitely sees you as their soulmate. I'm not saying they didn't see the other person as a possible soulmate or twin flame or whatever as well, because obviously they still feel a certain type of way about that loss. But they definitely see you as a soulmate, and they're moving forward, pursuing a relationship with you. Now, with that being said, there's also this water sign individual, Ace of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, and they're in love with you, okay? But right now, they feel like their hands are tied behind their back, right? You know, something's, and most likely probably because this fire sign individual is really pushing up on you pretty hard and letting it be well known that they're doing so. So even though this person is in love with you, it's kind of getting lost in translation a little bit. All right, and then finally we have this Earth sign individual here, Cancer, Virgo, Taurus individual here. Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. This could possibly be a younger sign individual, okay, as well. Okay, so now this person is really careful with how they're communicating with you. So they're very strategic in how they're wording things. Okay, so again, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. And they do have other options out there, and you are one of those options here, as you can see here with the Two of Wands here. So again, they're in your wheelhouse, but they are looking at other options as well. So with that being said, let's see what kind of blockages you're dealing with. What kind of blockages are you dealing with? What kind of blockages are my Leo dealing with? What kind of blockages are my Leo dealing with? What cards I need to see? 2 cards that I need to see. Well, one thing that's going to be problematic, you got the Two of Cups here, soulmate card here, says that you may have a little bit of trouble recognizing the soulmate connection that you got with this individual. And that may be problematic, okay? There's going to be some other things going on, so you won't be able to recognize this energy right away, all right? Furthermore, the Emperor energy here, blockage here, you know, you may be, you know, wanting to take charge of it. So you need to take charge of the situation because it's kind of going to get away from you. So you need to have more of a solid, be more on solid ground here, okay? Because you're not going to really recognize this as a soulmate opportunity. Furthermore, we also got the King of Cups here, okay? Making those hardcore, down-to-earth, grounded decisions when it comes to making those tough decisions. So you're not going to really choose something either way. You're going to kind of like leave it up there, and it's like, well, you know, if it's meant to be, then it'll be. Let me just say something about that, all right? Because I have very specific, I have a very distinct, different view. When people like to say, you know, since I didn't get it, then it wasn't meant for me. Or if it was meant for you to have, then it would have been given to you. I call bullshit on that. I do. And here's why. And I'm just speaking from personal experiences. For those of you that know a little bit about my life story. If you don't, you can view the video. It's in my video history there. So if I would have just waited around for somebody to swoop in and save me, then I wouldn't be here talking to you right now. 100% fact. 100% fact. I'd be dead. I would have been murdered. I would have been killed. And or whatever, you know, the evil entity that has been tracking me through a large part of my life would have eventually got me and probably would have possessed me like it did my father, and that just would have been the end of it. The point that I'm making here is this. Sometimes you got to be proactive, and you have to be the person to get yourself out of the situation. Okay? That whole the stars or the gods will help me and this, that, and the other. Bullshit on that. There are 700 billion people on this planet. Okay? Your situation, whereas though it may be very deeply concerning to you, there are others, believe me, that have far worse issues going on here. All right? And so you gotta, you know, every once in a while you'll be given an assist, but you gotta do a little bit on the other end of that too. You can't just be waiting around for something to swoop in and save. Sometimes you gotta put a little bit of the work in yourself, okay? You gotta put a little bit of the hard work in here, and I digress. Sorry, but I come to this point right here. You know, you're gonna have to do a little bit of the heavy lifting, okay, with this situation. You just can't be waiting around, waiting for something to come and magically, you know, make it all better. You have to actively dig in there yourself, roll up your sleeves, and get your hands dirty to do the work of your life. It's your life, and so you need to be the one to plant the seeds, to till that land, to yield that harvest, okay? You will be given an assist, but there's another saying: God helps those that helps themselves, and that's exactly is direct in play in this particular situation. So I'm done preaching. All right, so with that being said, also again, blockage is being able to recognize an opportunity, as I said was going to be the case here with this particular soulmate situation. You're not really going to be able to recognize that opportunity as a blockage, okay? There will definitely be a sense of blockage of mental clarity, okay? You're not going to be able to really see things clearly. Things are going to kind of seem like the kind of gobbledygook. That's why you kind of got to jump in there and do the hard work to kind of maneuver through all the minutia to get to the bones of the issue here. And finally here, loyalty, devotion. Obviously I can seemingly how that could be a problem, seemingly trying to be devoted to something of which you're not sure about, okay? So that could prove to be kind of problematic. But with that being said, let's see what your strengths are. What kind of strengths are you working with? What kind of strengths are you working with here? What kind of strengths are you working with here? What kind of strengths are my Leos dealing with? What kind of strengths are my Leos dealing with here? Boom, boom. So, what kind of strengths are Leos? The completion of a cycle. And this is what this is. The completion of a cycle. Okay, so there's going to be a transformation here. There's going to be a metamorphosis that's beginning to take place here. Caterpillar to a butterfly type of situation. Things are going to come full circle. And you actually getting off of your butt and getting in there and doing the heavy lifting is part of this cycle of really, getting in the grind, getting your hands dirty, taking an active interest in your life and putting in the work. This is part of that learning cycle that's going to take place. In addition here, as a strength, we have Four of Wands. So the potential here to have something solid, okay, to have that happy ever after ending. It's here. It's here. You just got to put the work in to get there. But if you put the work in, you will get it. And finally here, truth. Truth. A sense of truth, a sense of honesty, is also seen as a strength here. Okay? So again, putting the work in, doing some heavy lifting, you'll get there. So that being said, let's see what spirits have to say before I shut this thing down. What additional information does Spirit want to give before I shut this thing down? What additional information does Spirit want to give before I shut this thing down? Ooh. Well, there's that. Okay, so here we go. What would your higher self do? Good question. What would your higher self do? So again, with you dealing with a lot of the gunk and the stuff that you got to get to, putting in the work, you're going to have to take your level, your vibration, vibrate a little bit higher. You're going to have to vibrate a little bit higher here, okay? In doing so, that'll probably help remove some of that gook that you got in front of you to be able to recognize this soulmate that's in front of you. But this is, really, this particular spread in general, my general love readings, okay? I'm still going to be doing my weeklies. I'm still going to be doing my extra turns. I'm going to be doing something called a mid-month checkup as well. But my general love readings is really about to see what kind of love's coming your way, but also, what are some things that, that may come off a little bit more negative, but it's kind of pointing out the shortcomings that we all have to kind of be like, okay, here's where you're at. This is what you need to do to work on yourself, okay? Because I get a lot of people giving me readings about, what can I do, blah, 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 blah. This is really identifying that piece and telling you, okay, this is what you need to do to kind of get yourself where you need to get to, okay? So I'm actively giving you advice on what I believe the cards are telling me that you need to do to help improve your overall health. Pointing out the faults, proposing solutions, and then it's up to you to put those solutions into action, in other words, okay? So what would your higher self do? You're going to have to vibrate at a higher level because you're going to, so you can recognize a good thing when it comes your way. You don't want to be blinded towards that, okay? Also here, there's no place like home. There's no place like home, okay? So you're going to have to, again, basically it's all about comfort, your comfort zone here. And, with that being said, with this Oracle card saying there's no place like home, I say, hey, listen, home could be, that definition could be extended well beyond what's in your immediate space. Okay? You can expand that to, because everyone's, in other words, and taking it to a different vernacular, everybody's the man in their own hood, or woman in their own hood. Okay? There's no place like home. The whole state of Virginia is my oyster, the way that I look at it. You know what I'm saying? And the connecting states, DC, and so forth, so on. So I'm home. I'm comfortable anywhere, and that will soon expand to the whole continental United States and further. So, in other words, find your comfort zone. Wherever, just be comfortable throughout. And if you're comfortable with yourself and you're comfortable with your surroundings, you're also able to make a lot sharper decisions because you don't feel like you're out of your element. Everything is your element. You feel me? So that's where you need to go with that. Raise yourself up to the high vibrational level, okay? And really, kind of expand your horizon, so to speak. It's time to do some expansion of the inner self. And that's what needs to be done here. With that being said, I'm going to shut this thing down. Again, this is a general love reading, okay? Hopefully this resonated with some of you guys. If it did, that's cool. Get a personal reading so we can dig into your particular situation. If it did resonate with you, fantastic. And still, you want to get a personal reading, I'll leave all the information and links below. I love you guys. If you haven't already, please like, please share, please subscribe. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.